One, two, ready, go. Alrighty, you're here again with me. You're stuck with me for the next couple of weeks, okay? So let's do this. Let's get started. For the first module, I will be going over digital marketing, what it looks like in our world as we know it today. So I'm going to go over the landscape, how things have evolved in career opportunities. And I always like to start with this introduction because it is important that you know what you're getting yourself into. I'm sure at this point you've understood content creation, content writing, even project management, if we've gone and followed that timeline. However, digital marketing is what ties everything together. It is that umbrella where every other aspect of online marketing, any form of online marketing whatsoever, fall under. But before I go into the detail, you need to understand the basics. I do my best to explain things as simple as possible, and it's always a progression. So let's get started. Alrighty. So, oh, well, we started with the last slide, so we're gonna get started, okay? So by the end of this module, you know why digital marketing matters in today's economy, how the field has evolved and where we're going next, which channels and tools make up the modern ecosystem. And as you know it, at this point, everything is been AI-ized, if that makes sense. And then now, where do you fit? Because now you should be asking me the question, okay, Ruth, like I or Mrs. Ajibade. I have been learning digital marketing and content creation and creative writing. However, AI is everywhere. AI can literally write. AI can create content at this point. So where do I fit? Where do I stand when it comes to my career goals and aspiration in this industry? Stay with me, okay? So, as I said, we're going to cover what digital marketing is, evolution of marketing, the modern ecosystem, and career paths. All right, this is just repetitive. So, now let's get into the business of things. What exactly is digital marketing? Now, in simple terms, digital marketing means you marketing every process that involves bringing a business online, bringing a brand online, and marketing it to the right audience. Emphasis on the right audience. So digital marketing, as you can see on the screen, is using online channels, data, technology to connect the right message with the right person at the right time. And emphasis on the right message, the right person, and the right time, because you just cannot be talking to everybody. Okay, the best digital marketing campaigns, they always focus on one particular person or a group of people. Terrible digital marketing campaigns focus on everybody. Okay, take for instance, some people will argue, well, I sell water and everyone needs water to survive. And I beg to differ. Yes, everybody needs water to survive, but you'd realize that there are certain people that are allergic to water and they cannot even drink. Okay, they cannot drink this bottle that you can see right now on your screen. So, with someone who owns a water company, they know that they are not marketing to every single person. You would even realize that certain people don't even like drinking just water if nothing is added to it. If there's no flavor, they won't drink it. Okay? So now, how do you, as someone who owns a water company, how do you make sure that you are targeting your right audience? Because at that point you'd realize that your audience is not everybody. So regardless of how you think that what you are about to market is needed by everybody, whenever it comes to marketing, digital marketing, your messaging should not be generic. Okay, that's the main thing that I want you to take from this definition. It shouldn't be generic. It should be targeted to the particular audience that you want to reach. And I want you guys to get this clearly, particularly when you're going to be creating your digital marketing campaign. It is necessary that you understand this fundamental principle that digital marketing, it's all about connecting the right message with the right person or group of people and doing so at the right time. And timing would make more sense to you as we go over the next couple of modules, and then I'm explaining certain things to you, okay? But I don't want to get ahead of myself, so just stay here with me. I'm sure you're already with me, you're listening. Okay, so What exactly is digital marketing? Now that we've gone over the definition and the general principle, one, it is reaching audiences through search. And search, I mean Google, I mean Bing, I mean whenever you go online and you're searching for things. Social, as you know it, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, okay? And content. So anytime you're trying to reach people online, okay, that is what digital marketing is all about. Building real relationships with customers online. That's the business side of things. That's the branding side of things. That is what digital marketing is all about. Because for me, being here in the United States without digital marketing, there's probably no way, at least right now, that I can conceive in my mind that I would have been able to reach you if not for digital marketing. But at this point, we have a relationship. We're building a relationship, a student-teacher relationship because of digital marketing. Okay? And digital marketing is also about measurable data-driven decisions. Now, let me break this down for you. So we have a client that we're working with, and for this client, at the end of every month, we need to share with them a report of all of the things that we do for them throughout the month. And throughout the month, we produce content for their social media pages, for their email marketing as well. And I believe that's everything. So at the end of each month, oh, we also meet with them and then a couple of other things that we do. At the end of every month, we pull all the reports from emails, from socials, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and produce a monthly report to the team. And that is what digital marketing does for you. Now, in comparison to traditional marketing, yes, you may be able to make a head count of how many customers that you met in a month. You may be able to write it down. But if you are working in a busy company, you may not be able to track every single person that comes to your company every single day of the week. However, for digital marketing, Facebook is able to capture that really quickly. Your email platform is able to capture that really like super easy. That is one of the reasons why we want to have digital marketing channels on every marketing campaign for every brand, for every business. And then, as I alluded to earlier, digital marketing is about meeting people where they already are. I'm able to connect with you in Nigeria, in Kenya, in Ghana, wherever you are in the world. I'm able to connect with you because of digital marketing. So now we've talked about what digital marketing is. What is it not? Digital marketing is not just about posting online, on social media, on your website. It's not just about that. It is about it, but it's not just about it. Hopefully, you're understanding my language here. Yes, you want to post on social media because if you do not post on social media, nobody is going to be able to find you whenever they are searching. You get it? Okay. However, it is not just about posting. You also need to be able to connect with the people that you're posting and sharing your content with. You get me? Okay. When you're building real relationship, you don't want to spam people. I'm sure you guys, you've seen people on your WhatsApp every single day of the week. All they're posting is come buy from me, come buy from me. If you don't buy from me, I'm going to go hungry. If you don't buy from me, I'm going to pass out. And it's like at this point, you're not marketing to people, you're just spamming them with promotions. And there's no real connection with what you're posting. Every single day, you're just posting pictures of your clothes and shoes that you sell, or the books that you sell, or the services that you provide. And there's no real value that we're getting from you. With digital marketing, there has to be a value aspect of whatever it is that you're doing. So remember earlier in the introduction, if you watched that, I told you that there is Some Life the business, and then there is Some Life Digital School, which is the way we give value and give back to the community because we realize that however much you're paying for this program, it's not comparable to the value that you're getting. So there has to be value that you're giving. It cannot always just be about posting and promoting your services or your product. Digital marketing does not replace business strategy. Digital marketing is part of your business strategy, but it is not everything. Because for a full business strategy, you need digital marketing, you need traditional marketing, which is field marketing, where you talk to people in person, physical type of marketing. Billboard marketing is still there. Paid advertising is still part of business strategy. So the business strategy is beyond digital marketing. Digital marketing is just a part of it. And then digital marketing, as you probably can start to agree with me on, it is not something that you do once and you forget. That is paid advertising. But with digital marketing, you have to consistently go back. You post today, at the end of the month, you get your analytics, you review, you re-strategize. Okay? So it's not something you do one time and then you're done. Are you learning? Are you getting what digital marketing really is all about now? And this, everything that I've shared now on your screen, these are just a few things to know. There's so much more. And one thing that I always encourage my students to do is, yes, you're learning from me, you're listening to me right now, but I want you to take it a step further. Do your research. What exactly is digital marketing? Go online, Google, watch YouTube videos, learn more, acquire knowledge. That is how you become the master at your craft, okay? Where you're not just listening and gaining knowledge from one person or from one avenue, but you're actually amassing knowledge from different avenues. And that is how you become the best at what you do. So how has marketing evolved over the years, right? Now, in the pre-2000s, okay, we had print and TV ads. Now, this is what I would call your traditional marketing, where people would go on TV, on radio to market their products. And then we had billboards, as I mentioned on the last slide, and then radio as well. So it was a one-way type of messaging where you couldn't really connect fully. I know for radio, you could still dial in and call in and you could connect with the business owner, but it wasn't common, and it wasn't, sometimes your network could not even function properly, that you're not able to directly talk to the other person on the other end of the radio conversation. And they were focusing on a lot of people. It wasn't like streamlined focused. That was traditional marketing. And then we entered into the digital era from 2000 to 2015, where you had your website, you had your emails, and then we had search engine optimization. That's what SEO is. Then we also had search engine marketing. That's what SEM is. Then we had the rise of social media. Remember, in the early 2000s, we could just post random pictures on Instagram and that was it. And then it started to shift from just posting pictures to actual businesses using these social media tools, using these social media platforms as tools to grow their businesses. And then from there, we started having analytics, not just for websites, but now for social media platforms as well. And then since 2015, it wasn't so obvious, it wasn't so dominant as we see it now, but the AI evolution started to creep in little by little. And now we're in 2026, as at the time that I'm recording this video, it's 2026, and AI is everywhere. Okay? AI helps you. And now we have predictive targeting. We have personalization at scale. Like at this point, you cannot be generic with your content anymore. Even on Google, it does its best when providing answers to provide answers that are specific to the person asking. And then we have automated campaigns now where you could just go to bed, set the campaign. AI can even set campaigns for you at this point. Okay. And then we have conversational AI, we have ChatGPT, we have Cloud, we have Perplexity, we have all of these AI tools, DeepSeek, all of these AI tools at your beck and call, where you don't even have to go to Google anymore to search for anything. You can search on ChatGPT and you have answers. And it's like you're having a conversation with like your best friend that is AI. Okay. And the key thing that I want you to take from this particular slide is that each era did not replace the last, okay? Because even though we still, AI is now the talk of the town and the talk of today, it doesn't take away from traditional marketing, okay? You still have businesses that whenever they have events, and you'd agree with me on this, whenever they have events, they still use billboards. They still use TV ads. So as I'm saying this, For your final project, I'm talking about it early because I want you to start thinking about it early. For your final project, don't just say, well, it is the AI era, so all I'm going to do is AI focus type marketing. No. Make sure that you're still incorporating print and TV ads. How are you going to incorporate that into your campaign? How do you incorporate radio and billboards? Go above and beyond. Give me the very best of what you have to offer. Okay. So each era did not replace the last. It's layering. The layering on top of one another. So we started with traditional, digital marketing came in, or the digital era came in, and now AI is helping us to easily perform tasks at a faster time. Okay, with the fast and turnaround time. And great marketers, they understand all of these things and they leverage all of these marketing platforms, marketing eras. They leverage everything. And that is exactly what I want you to do. And that is how you start to separate yourself from other people. Because now everybody is focusing on AI, but the way you bring value is to redirect the minds of people. When you're working with the company and they're trying to launch a campaign, you're letting them know, hey, have we thought of TV ads? Have we thought of physical marketing, like field marketing, where we're actually going to talk to the people? Let's say we go out on Saturdays and we hand out flyers. These things still work, even till today. Okay? All right. I hope you're still following me. Okay, so as we move on now, when the modern digital marketing ecosystem, what does that look like? In the middle of everything, you have your ideal customer, whether you're selling a product or you're selling a service. Okay? At the center of everything that you're going to be doing as a digital marketing strategist or specialist, the customer is always at the center. What does that mean? As you're putting together your content for your website, for your blog post, your search engine optimized content, think about the customer. One person. I was recently writing an email, a newsletter for a company that we're working with, or that they've hired us to work for them or with them, however, whatever language. And as I was putting it together, my thought process was this would be read by one person. I am directing it to one person. So the introduction was Dear First Name. It is to, you're communicating with one person. So always remember that in the middle of your digital marketing campaign is one person that you're trying to communicate with. When you're writing captions for social media, one person. When you're putting together paid advertising and you're putting together the messaging, it's for one person. When you're putting your analytics and data together and you want to present it, think about how this is translating for that one customer. And as you're writing your emails and putting together your automations, once again, always have your customer at the center of everything that you do. And finally, all of these channels work together. While social media gives you a short text to work with, use your website, the search engine optimized content on your website to put together detailed information about your company, about your products, about your service. So social media captions, short, people don't have long attention spans. But for those who are about to read your content, your blog post, and for A, because remember, AI is also reading your content and using your content to provide short answers. So you want to make sure that your website content, your blog post is long and detailed. Your email is like the middle, is in the middle. So it's not too long, it's not too short, it's directly communicating the particular message that you want it to communicate. All right. So the customer experience is one journey. They're not separate touch points. They're all connected. And that is how I want you to start thinking, okay? We're still in the introductory phase, but you need to know these things. So now, what are the career paths? I'm sure you're wondering. So, yes, Ruth, I'm going to be learning everything about digital marketing, but what can I do with it? What's the plan? And I always love to include this because At the end of everything, I don't want you to just acquire knowledge and there's nothing you're doing with it. I'm going to tell you this. After learning digital marketing, that was when I started Sam Life, the business. And look at where we are today. So that is one idea. All right. So one, you can work as a freelancer where at this point you know how to create content. You can write captions, right? You can write emails for people. You can write blog post content. You know how to create content at this point. So you could be a video editor. You could be a content strategist. And then now with you being a digital marketer, because remember what I said in the beginning, a digital marketers, it's an umbrella name. There's several things that you can do, and I've started breaking them down for you. So you could work as a consultant, a strategist, a copywriter. In-house, you could work as a marketing manager, where all you're doing is you're overseeing marketing campaigns, and you will be able to do more of this as I go through these modules with you and I start to explain your project. And when you start to work on your project, you'd see how you can actually be a marketing manager when you're helping to work on campaigns. Whenever companies they have an event that they want to host and they're like, we don't know how to market this event. You come in, you have project management skills now and all of these other skills that you've acquired, and then you come in as the manager and you're overseeing and you're supervising the video editor, the content writer. All right. You could even be an SEO specialist, but for you to be this, you need to learn search engine optimization. And we plan to offer SEO internship to a few of you who have done excellently well throughout SDST. So stay tuned for that. If you'd like to learn more about SEO, you could even send me a text. However, keep in mind that we're going to put out the application for our SEO internship at the end of your time with us at SDST. You could start your own agency just like I did. But for me to get here, Rome was not built in a day. Remember, I told you, keep acquiring knowledge. Don't just focus on one avenue, learn from everywhere. That's what I did. And from there, from being a coach, eventually started my own agency, and here we are. So you could start a digital marketing agency. Your coach, one of the coaches that we've had, Ajiri, she owns a digital marketing agency. So you could also have your own digital marketing agency where you're hiring people and you're like the CEO of the company. You could also be a product marketer where all you're doing is just focusing and using all the knowledge that you'll acquire from this course and the other courses, and all you are all about is making sure that a product reaches the right customer. Sometimes I can't say my words. That's all right. So you're making sure that a product reaches the right customer using all of the knowledge that you're going to learn and that you've acquired over the weeks. So there's so many things that you could use this particular knowledge for if you continue to practice, if you continue to invest in yourself, and if you believe in yourself enough to be able to do any of these things that you see on the screen. So at this point, this is very short and sweet. We're going to start getting into the meat of things. But at this point, you should understand why digital marketing matters in today's economy. You should understand how the field has evolved and where it's heading next. You should know which channels and tools make up the modern ecosystem, and you should know where you fit in, what you can do, even with the AI evolution and revolution. You should know what you can do that AI cannot do at this point. AI can come up with the marketing campaign, but AI cannot execute it. So with you, you are the human factor, making sure that everything is properly executed. And for you as a marketing manager, you could even use AI to come up with your campaigns for you or campaign ideas for you, but it is you who will execute these things with your team. So even with AI, like I said, it gives us a faster turnaround, but we still need you to make sure that the project runs smoothly. So don't give up on yourself. There's still so many things that we can do in this day and age, even with AI. All right. So now that we're done, with module one. We're going to go ahead with module two. And I hope that you're learning one or two things that you would use for your final project. And in module nine is the module where I would dive deep into everything that you need to know about your final project and how it will all play out. All right. So until then, I'll see you in module two. Let's do this.